Hey, gorgeous. I am back today. And yes, I'm doing a recorded video today for a change. And I'm going to actually do more of those in the next at least 2 weeks. I will explain in the vlog portion of this where I just share kind of what's been going on a personal level at the end. But let's talk about the topic that you guys are here for. We're talking about a healthy masculine container and your really weird love-hate relationship with it. Okay, so we have this belief system in the West where it's like we want our men to be healthy masculine providers and protectors, but God forbid we become a reciprocal for that. And so that's where that duplicity is happening, where that push and pull, that tug of war, that I want it, but I don't want it, I love it, but I hate it, energy is coming from. And as I teach you guys, when you are in the energy of duplicity, when your thoughts and beliefs and your feelings are conflicting with each other, you do not manifest that which you desire, right? So you can't love masculine energy when it suits you, but also hate it, right? Like you can't call it in. So this is one thing that I have definitely learned from the Eastern side of me. You know, I was born and raised in the United States, and I have a very much like Western masculinized influence on me. But I also spent a lot of time in the East visiting my parents' home country. And so I saw a very big contrast there. And in the Eastern culture, we understand the importance and necessity of the masculine container. The masculine container is the structure in which your feminine flow and faith and fluidness and fun can reside in. When you do not have this masculine container, either within yourself or within a family structure or within the divine masculine in your partner, then you step in as the masculine, and it's very hard to relax and be in your feminine because you're in that fight or flight and you feel like you have to provide both, and the masculine side takes dominance because survival is at stake here, right? So what does this look like in the modern world? What's happening in the modern Western society is that we are holding men to the standard of, well, he should still be the provider and protector, and he should pay for everything, and he should lead the relationship, and he should provide a certain level of, containment and leadership. But I don't want to, surrender to that leadership, follow that leadership, or accept his leadership or trust his leadership, because that would be an infringement on my independence. Well, you can't talk from both sides of the mouth, right? Like you can't have it both ways. It doesn't work that way. That's like saying, I want you to give me a gift, but I refuse to accept it, right? How does that work? What does that look like? You're trying to give it to me. I'm trying to dodge it. I'm trying to be like, ew, I don't want it. I don't know how to receive. Well, I can't have it both ways. Either I have to decide that I'm not going to receive, and then you are left off the hook, right? Or I'm going to decide that I do want your present and then I'm going to receive it, right? So modern day women, I hear this on Married at First Sight a lot. You guys know Irfan and I are kind of addicted to that show, where women would say in their interviews they want the man to pay and provide and all that stuff, but they don't believe in gender roles. Okay, it doesn't work like that. That's a gender role. Okay, so if you're gonna want him to provide and protect, you very much need to be the reciprocal of that. You need to be able to receive that. You need to be able to surrender to that, right? So let me give you an example of how this plays out. So in my marriage before, in my ex marriage, I don't know how to say it, but in my ex marriage, my ex-husband didn't provide a masculine container. He wasn't the provider. I was the provider. He wasn't the protector. I was the protector. I was responsible for the home life and the work life and the money and everything, right? But he was very controlling. He tried to control what I ate, who I saw, what family members I hung out with, what parties I was allowed to go to or not allowed to go to, what clients I could work with, what car I drove, what furniture we bought, where we lived. All of that he tried to control. That's not a masculine container. That's not in the name of I'm trying to provide for you and protect you. That's not masculine containment, right? That's just control. It's unhealthy. But because when I got out of that relationship, I still had this aversion towards control. when I got into this marriage, I married a very healthy masculine provider, protector, but I felt like he was trying to control me when all he was trying to do was provide that containment, right? And so when that shifted within me and I started seeing him not as a controlling man, but as a man very much trying to protect and provide for his family, things shifted, right? Now, this doesn't mean sometimes I didn't agree and I would say, hey, could you please explain to me how me not doing this helps you provide and protect? So the language changed because the consciousness changed, because the core beliefs changed, because I changed. And when I came at it at this way, he would think about it and say, you're right, that doesn't make any sense. My masculine brain just wants to control everything because I think that's going to help me be able to provide and protect you better, right? And so that conversation was very much different. And so what a masculine container is that protection, the brick around, the structure around, the rubber band around the relationship, the ownership of the relationship. When he feels like he owns the relationship, then he can stand behind it and over it and protect it and say, this is mine, I'm leading this. But he needs you to surrender to that, right? So you can't be triggered by words like own, right? And say, well, that I need, I want to have control. I don't want to give up control. I can't surrender because I don't trust his leadership. You can't have it both ways. So you have to decide, can I trust him in his leadership? And if the answer is absolutely no, I cannot trust him in any way, shape, and form, then I would question, why am I with a man? Why am I choosing to be with a man whose leadership I cannot trust? Right? If the answer is, well, I can trust him in this, and this thing, but not in this thing, okay, then we've got something to work with because we can surrender to these things and this thing requires more work and more trust. And so what does he need to do to earn your trust in this thing, right? Now we can coach you through that. Now that's a completely different conversation than saying that I absolutely don't trust him. So decide what you want and have no duplicity within yourself. So you can't say, I want him to provide and protect, but I refuse to be surrendered, or I refuse to have faith, or I refuse to trust his leadership. That's duplicity. That's love, hate. That's saying I want it, but I don't want it. I want it, but I won't allow it. That's not going to work, right? That's very frustrating and confusing to him. And it's very confusing to you as well and to your own subconscious, because it's like, do you really even want it, right? And so get rid of that duplicity, and that comes through inner work. You have to figure out what are your core beliefs right now that are anti what you desire, that are anti-manifesting for you. They're manifesting something else. They're repelling your initial desire. And so this is the work that I can help you do in either my private coaching or in the Divine Union Call in Your Provider course. But I encourage you to do that work, because otherwise you will always be in this place of confusion of I want it, but I can't have it. I want it, but I won't get it. Men aren't doing this anymore. Men just don't provide this anymore. Times have changed. All of that is a lie. All of those are lies. They're limiting beliefs. Men have actually changed very little. Women have changed a lot, and men are simply responding to you. If you really look at the history of humanity, men haven't changed all that much. Women have drastically changed. We've got women's rights now. We're working now. We're owning property now. We're being single moms now. We've got lots of things going on that we've never done before. And some of those things are brilliant, beautiful things. Congratulations. But you can't blame someone else, right? Men are the adapters and responders to your energy. So get rid of that duplicity, get rid of that love-hate vibe that's going on in you. And I promise you things will start aligning better, because alignment really means that your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, your behaviors, and your core beliefs all are one and the same. There is no duplicity. There's no love and hate. There's no confusion. And when you're in that state, everything gets to flow to you easily and magnetically, and it gets to be fun, right? God forbid it gets to be fun and easy, because we've been taught we need to struggle to have what we desire, and that's what we keep doing. And then men respond to that struggle, right? Men are simply responding to your energy. Everything is responding to your energy at the end of the day, right? So fix it within yourself first. That's why one of the things that I admire most about my own journey is that I have the most brutal personal responsibility that I've ever seen on this planet. Okay, that I've ever seen, because I will own everything as my responsibility and fix it, because I have full control over my own free will. I cannot control other people, so I refuse to try. That seems like struggle to me, right? So, but you have full control over your own free will. Other people are not responsible for your happiness or for your desires being met. You have to figure out how you're standing in the way of that. Okay, it's your responsibility. So I'm hearing hustle and bustle outside. I think one of the guys that Irfan was waiting for is here. So I'm going to go soon, but a couple things I want to talk about, announcements, then I'll tell what's going on, and then my kind of vlog portion, and then I'll let you guys go. So announcements. If you want to know more about masculine container and containment, definitely sign up for the Divine Union program. It's an ongoing program. We do have live sessions in there, as well as recorded sessions, really potent and deep inner work. Really, really deep. So if you really want to go and get that full inner work, that's in there. So link is in the description box. Second announcement, my hypnotic course, hypnotic sexual energy course, has been available, I think, for 2 years now. I'm relaunching it, adding whole new modules to it. I'm doing a live workshop in it called Intoxicate, which you can also buy separately and upgrade later. So that's happening this month, and May 1st, the relaunch ends, so the price will go up. If this has been calling out to you, get on the payment plan or purchase that in full. Or another way to do it is get in on the Intoxicate Play Shop happening on April 24th live. And it's going to be available for recording afterwards. Then if you really enjoy that and you get value out of that, you can apply what you pay towards the Intoxicate Play Shop to the hypnotic sex course. So all of that is linked in the description box. What is Intoxicate? Intoxicate is that state where you're using all of your non-verbal cues, body language, and energy to communicate. Most women are used to using their least effective form of communication, verbal communication, to try to get heard and seen, and especially when it comes to men. And you will do so much better if you can stop using only the least effective mode of communication, which is verbal communication, 7% only, and start using the 93%. At the very least, what this will do is that it will align the 93% with the 7%. Right now, what's happening is you're saying one thing with the 7% of verbal communication, and your body language and your energy is saying completely something else. And again, there is duplicity, right? We're split off. We're saying one thing but acting in a completely different manner. So men read your energy so well, right? They're so amazing at reading our energy and responding according to that. So Intoxicate Play Shop will help you awaken that body cue, that body language, having more power in your energy and being in that she power, that life force energy. And not only just with men, I mean, you need to be able to do this for yourself too, because it's exhausting trying to get heard and seen with the least effective mode of communication, which is verbal. It's least effective because, first of all, it's only 7%, and most people are not doing that right anyways, because it's not matching your energy. We all know those people that are saying one thing with their words, but their energy doesn't match it, right? We all read energy. Kids read energy, animals read energy, people read energy. So might as well get that aligned, because that's the 93% and it's all like flowing together versus conflicting each other. So that's what's happening on April 24th in Intoxicate. All of that is linked below. Okay, now let's talk about what's happening with the live stream. So I will be resuming live streams soon, hopefully, but we are redecorating. You guys know we were in the middle of redecorating and having our home redone, and then COVID happened. So now that my family at least is vaccinated and we feel a little bit more comfortable and the restrictions in Texas have been lifted and the weather is nicer, so we can air out the house, we are resuming the upgrades. I'm so excited. I've waited so patiently, such a long time. The floors are being redone to match my new kitchen, which I had done in 2019. And then all 4 bathrooms are being redone. And I'm so excited because I'm getting a way larger stand-up walk-in shower and like rain shower and like panel. And oh my God, it's going to be so delicious. I'm so excited. I waited so freaking long. So excited about that. So in the next few weeks, we're going to have a lot of noise in our house and people coming in and out. We have to go pick up the tiles today. Okay, sorry, I'm so excited. Okay, so it's gonna be noisy. So I don't know if I can do, oops, what did I just do? So I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to live stream. Plus Irfan is constantly pulling me aside saying, do you want this or do you want this? Should we put this here or should we do it here? So he wants to make sure that like everything is to my liking. So I don't know if I'm live streaming, that might not work. So anyways, expect more shorter and more concise videos from me. And in the next couple of weeks, and when I can get back to live streaming, I'll be more than happy to resume. So anyways, so that's what's going on. I'm super excited. I love you guys so much. I've been reading all your comments, enjoying your emails, enjoying, I just did the Quantum Babes Mastermind yesterday. I've got the CEO live Monday, the 12th, and then Thursday, we're doing a live class in the Divine Union. So all of that is still going on. Just expect maybe a little bit noise in the background. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear it, but anyways, it's going to be all worth it. It gets to be fun and easy. I'm super excited. I love you guys. All the links, Intoxicate, Hypnotic Course, Divine Union, everything's in the description box. I love you guys. Bye.